Before we look at how to use the video or the ushka form, let's look at the form itself. It's about 9.5 inches in diameter, has 55 holes in it. You can make 55 dumplings at a time. The form is almost a 1/4 inch thick. It's made out of polystyrene. It's very strong. This is not at all a cheap piece of plastic. It's strong. You can beat it. It has polystyrene legs. They won't scratch. At the same time, they hold to your cutting surface very easily. The form comes with a lifetime guarantee. You won't break it. When you hit a glass with it, it won't break the glass like a metal form will. And you can store it in your drawer and don't have to worry about it breaking anything. This is the ushka form. Alright, this is how we use the dumpling mold or ushka form. To start, it's important that you thoroughly flour the surface of the form so that the ushka or dumplings do not stick when you take them out. Then one side of your dough should be fairly well floured, but the other side shouldn't have any flour at all. The idea is to have the flour on the bottom sides so that the dumplings pop out after they're sealed, and you don't want flour on the sealing side so you get a good stick. Now, in this case, what I'm doing is making some meat dumplings, and I make these little meat the filling on the side. Use about 1/8 of a teaspoon measure, and then roll it up into a little ball, put it on the side, and then it's easy to put them into the dumplings. If you did these with a hand press or did them by hand, you would still have to do the same thing. Really, making a little meat filling for this is actually the time-consuming process. But you notice how fast this goes now. You don't have to press the holes in. The meat goes right in. The holes generally naturally form. So put them in. You don't want to overfill these things. It's nice to have them big and really full. But if you overfill them, it makes it difficult. Like that one's a little bit too big. It makes it difficult to get the ushka out of the form. Now for the second layer, again, we don't have flour on the sealing side. There's some flour on the non-sealing side. It makes it easy for me when I use the rolling pin to seal this. Next step is to just seal and cut. As I use the rolling pin, it may be a little difficult to see because of the flour in there, but the dumplings are cut as I roll, and now the white is there. We're almost home free. What I do is I remove the trimmings from the dumplings, and we turn it over, and look at that. They drop right out. How easy it is. And look at what we have here. We have just made some beautiful meat dumplings. Look how nice and full they are. Notice how easy that was. Just pop them out. Critical in this process, make sure that you flour the sides that are not sealed and no flour at all on the sides where you're going to seal. Look at those. Those are nice, plump, pretty, and they are delicious. I make them because people around here love them. They just eat them all the time. I hope this helps. Okay, after boiling, we put them on a nice Polish pottery plate. This is what you get. You put these right on a table. I put some butter on them, and people will pick at them. You add the things as an appetizer, or put them right along with the main course. Put them out as an appetizer. People pick at them all the time. Look how pretty those are. And you saw how easy that was to make. The things just dropped out of the form. Like I say, the longest part was making the filling. And that's always the hardest part of making pierogi, making the filling. You do it ahead of time, use the tools, and this is what you get. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy your Ushka form.